Shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High. Fam, we got another video. It's been 3 days since I made my last video. I really don't know how I'm gonna start making these, but I think just if I'm staying on top of everything that's going on, then y'all might get these videos every day. Y'all might get these videos every 2 days, every 3 days. I think in December it was like every 3 or 2 days we was just coming out with a video. So we've been on fire with this thing. What I've been diving into the Bible more. I just finished reading the book of Enoch. We had our first Sabbath day that we tried to respect with the most just up highness. Just man, I had to work, so that was trash for real, for real. But I still fasted for about like 26 hours. So it was just a whole bunch of things. Lately, or if y'all want to just know like how to just start fasting, you feel me, giving respect to the Sabbath day, most holy day, you feel me. Most of us was told that the seventh day was the holy day, Sunday, and to keep that day holy is Saturday. And it's a lot going into that day, just with no working, no eating, no drinking, no none of that. Just fasting, clearing out your body, feel me, living in the spirit fully. So with that being said, and not abiding by the flesh, you feel me? That's what we cutting out to do, and abiding by the flesh and learning how to live in the spirit. So, bam, that was pretty cool. If y'all want any tips, I would say, first of all, make sure you call your job, tell them you want off on Saturday. That's the first thing you do. Second, no cooking, no drinking. And if you want to just like, so you're not just really like, because it's going to be a battle of temptation and all that. So to just like kind of just ease the battle for real, you kind of want to keep yourself doing something. Like you should be enlightening yourself 24/7. If you got dreams or something, you feel me, that you got talents or something, doing that, just doing something. You can't just be sitting here doing nothing in these days like this, man. So, and if you're sitting here doing nothing, you're gonna really like your flesh gonna be telling you like, bro, I'm hungry, give me something. I want some water, I want some food. Like, nah, man, just you gotta learn how to just live in the spirit, live with your spirit, and not abide by the flesh. So that's what I've been learning, and I'm trying to get used to it. So even with that being said, like I started going back to the regular diet that I wanted, you feel me, and actually prayed for and meditated on, just fruits and salads. So, and lately I just been eating like just quesadillas, all that, just fried food. You feel me? Not really fried food because I don't eat meat. I haven't ate meat in like I ate fish like 4 or 5 times in December, about like 6 times, and then before that it was literally no meat, and I haven't had no meat yet. I'm probably not unless somebody cooks. I guess I can eat fish, but I really don't be eating meat. Um, had some potatoes, you feel me, to put some weight on me. So just trying to have a better diet, and also you feel me. With that being said, just having eating less, because I don't eat that much either way. So it's like I eat about like twice out the day. You feel me? Eat like one time in the evening, then at night. You feel me? That's truly it. Like I don't like truly when I'm like waking up and doing stuff, I never eat. Like I'm just too busy doing something. So it's like once I'm focused on something, I ain't gonna do nothing else. And I usually wake up and start learning, gaining some wisdom, praising the Most High. First thing for all, and we got to start meditating and praying too. Start meditating and praying, asking for more faith and more strength in this thing, and you will definitely receive it. You feel me? You will definitely receive it. So that's what we've been into. I haven't been making these type of videos. I think that was some stuff on my lips. What the fuck? But I want to jump into it. So we got China, US, UK, France, and Russia pledged to avoid nuclear war. And I seen this. And that's the thing. That's why I'm saying, like, I should be kind of making these videos, like, every time I see this stuff. Like, this like a daily, or just, if it's not daily, it's every 2 days. And I want to start just putting out small videos. If you got me added on Snapchat, I'm on there daily. Just giving out daily presets and all that. So, drop my Snapchat at the end of this, so y'all can kind of catch that. I really don't be on social media a lot. That shit's just super duper toxic. But when I can, or when I do see things, like I just be seeing, like, if you swipe over all the way left on your iPhone, you will see something about some hot sauce 19, somehow they about to do something crazy. I heard this one dude said, and I think like in not Afghanistan, it had to be like, it was somewhere, yeah, France. He was like, we're about to turn up the I guess the pressure on the unvaccinated. And I was like, all right, well, we'll see how that goes. But it says Hong Kong, five of the world's largest nuclear powers, or just Hong Kong CNN. Five of the world's largest nuclear powers pledged on Monday to work towards a world without nuclear weapons in a rare statement of unity amid rising the East-West tensions. So, they don't basically, and I seen this and I was like, it's either one or two things. They all trying to work together to just bring upon just some evil stuff, or you feel me, they just, I don't know, they trying to slow something down. And you can't. You just really can't. You can't slow nothing down. So it says, a nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought, said the joint statement, which was issued simultaneously by the United States, Russia, China, and United Kingdom and France, as nuclear use would have far-reaching consequences. We also affirm the nuclear weapons, for as long as they continue to exist, should serve defensive purposes, deter aggression. I said aggregation. What? Aggression and prevent war. So, I don't think I'm gonna read too much of this. Just look at this shit. These people just look like they just, you can just tell us something off about these people, man. But basically, a quote unquote on trying to see if I want to read any more of this. I'll probably just leave it in a link. I mean, in a link below, and then we just about to just hop right into it, because y'all just let me know about this, or just think about this. If you make weapons, if you make a gun, if you make a missile, if anything, if you make weapons, you're just not gonna use them. Like, you made them already for a reason, for an intent. Like, these missiles and these nuclear missiles, yeah, they're here for defensive purposes, but they're also here for if that nation wants to start something, and if that nation wants to start something, all right, we got the power to. Like, if you look up Iraq missile, like, this is wild. This is, imagine just your regular city. Like, your regular city that you live in. And then Iraq has a missile city. That's crazy. I can't find the right pictures on there now. It might be Iran. Yup. Iran has a missile city. Just full of missiles. Just sitting there. Everywhere you walk, everywhere you go, just missiles. So what? It says it should never be fought and never be. They basically don't want to fight. And we got to go to the preset on that. And it's a lot we about to dive into. So Thessalonians, hope that's how you say that. It says, but for the times and the season, brethren, ye have not needed that I write, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Basically saying, when those times is coming, you'll know. You don't gotta write it down for you. Don't gotta tell you. You feel me? You'll know when those times, and you'll look outside and be like, yo, those times are here. Those times is here. But some may know before. You feel me? It says, for yourselves Know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. And I said that on many accounts in this video, that's half the reason why some of us is up at night, not sleeping, diving into, you feel me, wisdom, all that, up. So when that night come, you feel me, or when that time come, and it's still, you feel me, he coming as a thief in the night. We still angels, even the highest of angels, and of course, you feel me, humans or mortal man, they don't know. They not even gonna know. But he said, if you want a hint, you feel me, coming as a thief in the night, you feel me, super unexpected. And it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in the darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are children of the light, and children of the day. We are not of the night, nor darkness. Therefore let us not sleep, as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So that's mighty. That's mighty right there. So let's break it down. Peace and safety. Come on now. I know people seeing this like, oh, they're not about to fight. That's great. You feel me? Oh, they're not about to blow it. They're not about to blow the world up. Oh man, that's great. You feel me? That's so cool. You feel me? Come on now. It's prophesized. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. So now it's just even more prophesized that, all right, and I just read something like how they, like, I can't even remember the presets, but it was like they fled and the nations came in like warring waters, and then the enemy fled, but they didn't know that it was more coming. Like they didn't even know, and that's talking about Babylon. And it says, yea, are all children of the light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of the darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep, as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So, when things hit the fan, and Lord Yahshua comes as a thief in the night, and you got all these things happening, you feel me? We gonna be up. Best believe we gonna be up. We might not be, we might be up watching something, eating, doing something that's unexpected, and then boom, you got it. Like when Yahshua, I hope I got that account because I don't want to really paraphrase it, but when he was taken, and everybody, the story of him hanging, or quote unquote story, you feel me? Because this is guidance, man. This is life. Like this is truly life. So when you hear about Yahshua and how he got on the cross and all that, it came as a thief in the night. My man was up praying. You feel me? And then was betrayed. Betrayed the whole way. Like truly betrayed the whole way. That's truly wild. But I'm starting to learn more about the Lord and Yahshua and what he went through. Because, we got to endure those same things. So, all right, let's go to Exodus chapter 8, verse 3. And it says, and a river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bed chambers, and up upon thy bed, and into the houses of thy servants, and up upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thy kneading trials or trials. I hope that's how you say that. But basically, the frogs representing spirits. These spirits that's going to hop and leap onto these things. And I kind of want to bring Revelations up before we even did that. So Revelation 16, chapter 16, verse 13, it says, I saw three unclean spirits, quote unquote, wicked demons, whatever you want to call them. Them three unclean spirits like frogs come out the mouth of the dragon, and out the mouth of the beast, and out the mouth of the false prophets. So yeah, they can have this going on. But it says, and them three spirits, three unclean spirits like frogs come out the mouth of the dragon. And that's, I believe, what what is connecting with, you feel me, and my common sense and how it's working. You talk America, Great Babylon, you feel me? Old Babylon. Oh, they gonna do something and it's gonna set it off. It's truly gonna set it off. And they gonna have these, you feel me, these spirits, you feel me, and not in quote unquote spirits, you feel me, they gonna have these actions. And it's gonna seem like, you know, it's gonna seem regular. And I think it's gonna be something with, I don't know, with something with Europe, and you got France, all them, and once you start seeing it, and then it's gonna be, where did they come from? Why are they doing this? It's coming out the mouth of the dragon, and the mouth of the beast, and the mouth of the false prophets. So it's gonna be, America's gonna stir up something. And then it's gonna stir up the rest of the nations. You feel me? Or the rest of the, you feel me, they familiar nations, people in the NATO, is what I believe. And then, alright, we might have something. Something might kick off. But let's get into it. Let me see what I want to get into. Cause I got a lot. It's a lot that I want to get into. And we went over this countless of times, and I don't know if this is, because a lot of presets relate to certain presets, and you might see in one, just, all right, you might see in the book of Isaiah that this preset relate to this preset. It might be saying the same thing. It's like, yeah, because it's trying to tell you, you feel me? God's trying to tell his people what's going on and what's about to happen. And these same occurring events has happened before. But what is being crazy, as I didn't delve into this book, and my brother just told me what's the best way to hide something from a black man, an Israelite man. You put it in the book. And why, and people still coming to this day, you feel me, going into these ends of days, people still not gonna come to this book. People not. And that's gonna be the true sad thing about it, for real, for real. That all, and it's told in our face as a joke that you want to hide something from them, keep it in the book. Like, and then they took the book and then deceived it and made it like, man, let's go into this. So, and when ye shall hear of wars and the rumor of wars, but ye not be troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. So it says, for nations shall rise against nations, kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles, and these are the beginnings of sorrow. So we're truly in those times. That's wild. That's wild, because we're truly in those times. And I didn't even read this preset, but I'm about to just show y'all. Let's just focus on, let's just go to that, man, I didn't seen just people in the chat saying, and then I had to look it up. It's been like 10 earthquakes in South Carolina. Then it was earthquakes in Turkey. And they said it was a lot of earthquakes in Turkey. So you got all these earthquakes starting to happen. Then you got, we just had the tornado thing happen. And that was like 26 tornadoes that ripped through 6 cities or like 6 states. That's wild. Like, that's truly wild. But now that I just seen that preset about the earthquakes, or that's really wild. And it says, for nations shall rise against nations, kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles. So, and we're gonna get to famines and all that too. But you got the earthquakes happening, you got the tornadoes happening, you got the rumors of war and all these things going on. And then, all right, let's hop into this, because this is wild. And it says, brutal crackdown. Chinese authorities raid homes at midnight and put people in buses to quarantine camps in the world's strictest lockdown. And this happened what? Six days ago, 7 days ago, a week ago. I don't know what man. I was probably, and that's what I'm saying. You gotta enlighten yourself, and you feel me, continue to learn, gain wisdom, but you still gotta be on it about the world. Like, you still gotta be out watching for these things. You know, you can't just be in here gaining all this wisdom and all that, and then you you can you can, but you want to still keep, you feel me, aware of what's going on, so you're not just clueless of like, all right, if this was to hit like your local states and you didn't even know, and then it pop up, you feel me? Like, now if you watch this video, you prepared for this stuff to happen to America. I didn't see, um I was just, my sister, I went to a restaurant, and she had said that they couldn't waste food or make her new food because um of the waste. And I only seen that in China, where you couldn't waste food, or like they couldn't remake her food or none, or waste her food, because it would basically be a waste problem. And I've only seen that in China. That's the first time I've ever seen that. And I was like, wow, so that stuff is happening here. And then all last year with the lockdowns and all that, when people, you got to wear a mask to go in that, all of those things first happened in these foreign countries, quote unquote. And then they came to America. So these things is probably gonna come to America and at your local states. So it says brutal Chinese authorities raid homes at midnight. And like I said, let's go to that. It says, therefore, it says Matthew chapter 24, verse 42. And this is, if y'all want to know about the Lord Yahshua, what he went through, the the um the sacrificing and all that, the hanging on the cross, this is Matthew. So I gotta dive into Matthew too. I was seeing a video about it. If you watch the Enlightenment for All, I got the video in there, and it's about the brothers that make the code cuts. So y'all definitely check that out. And it says, watch therefore, for ye know not the hour your Lord's doth come. So he coming a thief of the night, but you don't know the hour. You don't know the time. You don't know none of that. Angels don't. Man don't. You got people that's been trying to, with what, 2012. You got the Mayans. You got everybody. They make these movies. They make statuses. Fake blog posts. Oh yeah, this is the end. This is the end. This is the end. You not gonna know until it's that time and you in that moment. So live in the moment. Live in the moment. So, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known and watched the thief would come, he he would have watched and would have not suffered in his house to be broken up. So the man that's watching is gonna be aware. The man that's up through the night, gaining wisdom, doing all that, could be doing whatever. But the man that's up watching, you feel me, stand on top of these, seeing what's going on, seeing the current events, lining them up with the prophecies. The man that's watching, he's going to be aware of these things to happen. And it says, therefore by ye is also ready, for in a such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. So you're going to be ready. Like I was just saying, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready once these things come and these things start to happen. If you watching, if you keeping updates, if you're not just lost about the world and you're not going to look up these things and find them on your local news and none of that. No, they're talking about the next strain, the next hot sauce strain, the next hot sauce jab that you got to take. They're talking about that in your local stuff. They're not going to talk about the prophecies that's coming, these things that's going on in the world, because if they did, what do you think that would do to the people? It would cause an uproar. It will cause an uproar. I think, all right, we're going to rest right there, and then we're going to go to, let's actually dive back into this. It says Chinese authorities reportedly raid dozens of homes in the middle of the night and force people onto buses to quarantine camps under the world's strictest lockdown. The country is racing to control one of its worst outbreaks in a single city since the beginning of the pandemic with a sweeping lockdown of draconian restrictions. And I can't stand it because it's man-made. It's man-made. And it's all a controlled thing just to get people in a more controllable state. Because you got people that's waking up, they're not abiding by what the government and what these high king rulers of the world, your Rockefellers, all them, they seeing right through that. And nobody's abiding by that. Nobody's taking your hot sauce 19. Like, we don't want that. Like, look at these goofs, man. And be prepared, because I believe this is going to be coming to, man, there's no way. There's no way. America's not escaping this. And especially if you're an Israelite, man, definitely, like, be prepared for this. And for you sisters, you feel me? They pulling you over. That ain't even going on here. You feel me? But imagine this is gonna start happening and you getting pulled over and they asking you, you got the hot sauce 19, man? All right, step out your car. Put your hands up. You feel me? Then you about to be like, where you going? Where am I going? You about to go to a camp. And you either about to work for them for this upcoming, what I believe, war, or you about to die. But all praise to the Most High, because that just means you've been saved. Because this is terrible, yo. Alright, so I did want to kind of let's watch the video.
Let me tell you guys a little bit about Melio. Through the Melio platform, you can manage all your vendors and bills and organize when they need to be.
Look at that, yo. And it makes me mad because everybody just, those masks really kill me, bro. I promise you, it's like if you seen SpongeBob with the chum bucket hats, bro. Like, that's truly what it is, man. And I can't stand no masks, bro. I don't even get on the bus because of masks, bro. Like, that's wild. I don't even know what just happened. Coming in there, beating on the damn pan. Wake up. It's time for you to go. And I don't think it's gonna be this nice. You feel me? They treat their people way different because, you know, they scary. They abiding by these things. Like, they don't feel like they ain't going, like, they ain't trying to cause no other commotion. The Israelite man, The Native Americans, yeah, black man, oh, they coming down, douche, douche. You got the hot sauce 19. You don't got that hot sauce 19. They taking you. They taking you to the camp. And it's wild that we in times like this, but these times gotta come. You feel me? These is just the beginning of times of what's to come. These are the beginning. So imagine what's to come for. You feel me? I truly don't want to. Nobody wants to be here for that. You feel me? Having a just all out destruction on the planet. You want to? Do you truly like? That's for the people who want to sit here and abide by the flesh, and sit here and not live in the spirit, repent for the Lord, and give all praise to the Lord. You feel me? That's gonna be the life that's coming. You feel me? This is just the beginning. Imagine what's to come. Like everybody think it's gonna be so sweet in 2025, 2026. No, no. I fear those times. You feel me? And not fear those times if I'm probably grateful for those times. And that's the time that the Lord's coming back. And the destruction happens. Because this world has to be destroyed. There's too much evil on this planet. This world has to be destroyed. I don't care what anybody says. You feel me? And Joshua don't either. And the Most High don't. So it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. But ye shall have tribulation 10 days, and be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So you got to truly believe in this thing. We got to be asking for more faith. We got to be praying for more faith, because when you in that separated from your family in one of those camps, not knowing if you about to live or die in them next 24 hours, who are you going to call upon? You can't call upon man. You can't call upon your mom. You got to have that faith in Yahshua that he's going to save you, that he's going to deliver you from this evil, and he going to grab you. You feel me? He got you. So with that being said, in those days, in these times right now, we got to have faith, and we got to pray. We got to pray, and we got to repent for that faith. And we got to be strong in the spirit and not strong in the flesh, because the flesh ain't going to do nothing but be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed. So we got that. Then let's get into these missiles. I wanted to go back to this. I probably should have started this first. But Russia has these hypersonic missiles, quote unquote, they're not going to use. And they're not the only ones. I think if I go to image, they'll show up the whole thing. Yeah. You have America's hypersonic. You have Russia, China's. You have everybody's hypersonics. And these are the quote unquote missiles they don't want to use. But like we just read, it's going to be prophesied you're going to have to use these. And just common sense knowledge. How could you make these missiles and test them? They've been testing these missiles. They test them probably every day because they don't have nothing else to do. They sit around making missiles. These scientists, you feel me, your craftsmen that's sitting here making missiles, that's their job. They sit around and test missiles all day to see what, how much can this destroy? How many can this destroy? So this quote unquote, we're not going to use these missiles, is just a setback for what they're trying to do, because they know prophecy is coming. And there's no way they can avoid it. And it says, may one turn again the strong arrow that is shot of a strong archer. And when it's talking about your arrow, it's not talking about your, you feel me, y'all, just old battling arrow. No, we're not. Those are not the times it's prophesizing. No, you don't see nobody out here that's about to come out here and be like, all right, I'm about to start war with this arrow. And once I shoot it, ain't no turning back. Like with an arrow. No. It said the mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? So you got, oh, I don't know what that is. It says to avoid nuclear war. But this thing has to end. It has to be destroyed. You feel me? It says the mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? They can't drive this away. Cause them frogs, like we just had, where it's at. Ooh, here we are, cause I'm pretty sure it's right in here. It's not in here. Bear with me, fam. But it says, I saw the three unclean spirits like frogs come out the mouth of the dragon. So something's gonna happen with America. They're gonna stir up something. These unclean spirits gonna hop into these Americans, these France, just Russia and them, and it already has. It's just waiting for it. It's just waiting for America. I believe it's waiting for America just to do something stupid. Because it says, come out the mouth of the dragon, not the mouth of the beast, not the mouth of the false prophets. That's speaking about great Babylon. And for they are spirits of devils working miracles which go forth unto the kings of earth. Who are the kings of earth? The evil and the wicked. Those high men with all the money controlling the nations and of the whole world to gather on the battle of the great day of the God Almighty. So the mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is thee that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? So man that can't stop this. Man cannot stop what's being prophesied. We got earthquakes, we got tornadoes, we got all these things happening. And it says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. So how are you going, when these missiles go off, all that, you already made these missiles, which is quote unquote the arrows. So, and let's just go to missiles. Let's look up the definition of missiles so y'all fully get the breakdown of what we on. Because it's gonna happen. An object which is forcibly propelled at a target, either by hand or a mechanical weapon. That's, you put an arrow, propel it at a target, and it's either by hand or a form of a mechanical weapon. That's an arrow. But that is your daily missile. And then it says, let's get into the one verse that I wanted to get into. Not that. Oh yeah, we got to get back into that draconian too, because I got to break that down. So it says in Psalm 7:13, and it says, if he not turn, he will with his sword, and he has bent his bow and made it ready. So literally, like we just seen, Iran with a missile city, with a whole missile city. You got other countries with you got Russia making a new hypersonic missile. They just did that. And they're not the only ones with hypersonic missiles. So they just made a new hypersonic missile. Literally, it says November 29th. quote unquote. So it says, if he turn not, he will with his sword, and he have bent his bow, he had made it ready. So they've already made these missiles and everything ready. Just like I said, if you make a gun, if you make a missile, if you make anything, just a weaponry, you plan on using it for a purpose. You feel me? And it's probably to kill somebody, to kill something. So it says, he have not, he have also prepared for him instruments of death. You feel me? An arrow is not your instrument. You feel me? That's not the instrument of death right now. Speaking of, he ordered his arrows against the persecutors. So these instruments of death, do y'all not think those hypersonic missiles are instruments of death? Bro, I looked up what a hypersonic missile was made out of, and it don't even like, y'all just look it up what a hypersonic missile is made out of. It's got like a whole different type of mineral in it that's like, I don't like, they put in different type of minerals, all this in it, and it costs like, oh man, I couldn't even, hold on, let's see what a hypersonic missile is made out of. So zircon, and I'm pretty sure that's like, yeah. So they using just different type of minerals, and you got these, like I said, these are your new craftsmen. So they using all different type of things, because America, they spending 600 million. All our slaving money and all the things we do, it go towards the government. So of course you got the other nations, they gonna be trying to make different things to compete with these nations. And don't think, like I just said, it's to compete and to go award again, to go to war with. They not just keeping these missiles, you feel me? And you're not gonna see these missiles go off. That's bull. You feel me? So don't believe in that. When you see things like that, don't have your faith killed down. You feel me? And be thinking like, oh, they not gonna start it. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen because the Lord said when it's gonna happen, you're not gonna even know. You're not gonna know when it's gonna happen. So chill. Keep your commandments straight. Keep living in the faith of the Lord. Keep living by the Spirit and not abiding by the flesh. And do your thing. You feel me? Keep enlightening yourself and don't worry. Because these things is gonna happen. And these is just the beginning of things. So let's go back. When we seen this, they said they was gonna my fault, we kind of all over the place, but I should just be doing this in the order. But that's just coming with just making more of these videos. So my fault, fam. But it says in the draconian restrictions, in the draconian, if you look up draconian, it says of laws of their application excessively harsh and severe. Draco or Dracon was the first recorded legislator of the Athens in ancient Greece. He was replaced prevailing a system of oral law and blood fueled by a written code to enforce only by the court of law. So this is draconian. You got the martial law. That's the same thing. They putting the martial law out there for the ones that's not getting the hot sauce 19, which we already knew. The ones that's not accepting this new world that they trying to build, I knew that in 2015. Like that's 7 years ago. Wow, that's 7 years ago, quote unquote. Wow, that's truly wow. But and I always said, if these things get prophesized and all that, all my faith gotta be. It's gotta, like, and my faith is skyrocketing. I'm having those battles, of course, you feel me? But at the same time, it's skyrocketing. Because, like, how can it not? These are truly the things that's coming to pass. And look at those lucky numbers. That's wild. We just in harmony, I believe. But um, just you got the martial law, the draconian laws, and this is what they doing over there in China. For that, martial, it's gonna be martial law restrictions when it hit America. You feel me? Not draconian. They're not gonna use that term. It's gonna be the martial law. Even if they don't use that term, they might just say regular police force. And then when you look outside and you be like, damn, that's the regular police force? No, that's not the regular police force. That's the military. That's people that them super soldiers they didn't built up. You feel me? Cause it's gonna come to a time. Even the soldiers, you can see that they're not getting that hot sauce 19 too. They're trying to defund the police. They've been trying to do that for the last year. So when all those things hit the fan, who gonna come in and protect these quote unquote civilians? The martial law gonna set things back in order because things are gonna kick off. Um, so let's go to Exorcist, um, chapter 9. I think I'm looking for the verse of him. Um, so verse it might be right here. And you got just, behold, the saith the Lord, I will bring the plagues upon the earth, and the sword, the famine, the death, and destruction. They can't run away from this thing. These plagues, all these things happening, they can't run away from it. But I'm trying to find this verse. If I can't find it, then it's cool. But it was basically saying how they aren't respecting the kings and the princes no more. They rebelling against that stuff now because they understanding and coming to realization they don't need the government. And the government's been wicked. They've been controlling people and deceiving people. But I can't find it. So we about to just move on to the next thing. Cause it's just a lot that was just going on. So, and you got in Kazakhstan just a ton. President fails to quell the protest of ex-Soviet states, offer help. So they going full just crazy over here. Like truly just full crazy. And they out here, Kazakh police kills dozens of protesters. Yeah, CS2O deploys troops. Police says demonstrators were eliminated overnight as a Russia-led alliance approved troops of deployment. So they going to go riot over here. They riding in the uproaring against their government. Protester who tried to storm in the government buildings. And we seen this happen. We seen America, and which was a truly show, I believe, but because ain't no way. But this is the reality. Who tried to storm in the government buildings in a Russia-led military alliance. So the same way America stormed in a government building, and you seen what they did, and how they was just in there with all those guns and all that. That's how you know America is just a fluke show. Like they probably literally did that, had it press out towards the news, and then went to go do something wicked. You feel me? Something wicked. Because that's what they do. They distract the media and then go do things that's wicked that don't nobody know that's going on. So you got these protesters who's rising against their government, It says protesters continue against the government January 6th, so 4 days ago, and they started killing them. Like, they not playing no games. This is not Great Babylon, America, where you think you just gonna run in with the flag and your gun and think you're gonna do something. No. They killing dozens. That's at least over 30. At least over 20. Dozens of people. Let me see if I got that video back. This really wasn't showing anything. It was showing a little bit, but it wasn't showing literally everything. I might turn it up a little. That's either them shooting or the protesters shooting or them. Shit, that's them near them. Look at them. And that's for the ones thinking they gonna uproar against their government. They not playing. And it was something at nighttime. I don't know if they got the videos at nighttime, but if you actually look this up, like the first time I looked this up, it's on YouTube too. But I ain't trying to, they'll take your boy channel down. They eventually gonna have to take your boy channel down, so I don't care. But for the sakes of purposes right now, just if you can, look it up. I know they got videos of it on YouTube, but it's just going down. And like I said, that's not on your channel, you feel me, 5 or your channel 2, you feel me? It's not on there. It's not gonna really for real be on your CNN either. So it's only so much they can show you. That's why you gotta really go into these things, dive into these things. And you gotta be prepared. So we gotta, like, with these things showing up, these should be making you, these are the things that, you wanna be happy about these things, first of all. Joyful, you feel me, that the Lord is on his way. He's returning. Then you wanna pray, have faith, and stay strong in the spirit. And I'm gonna keep saying that. So just kind of use this video, you feel me, of these things going on. Don't be fearing these things that's going on. Because when I used to, I know when the first time, like, I literally was like woken up like about like 2 years ago, last year. I would watch these things and they would like, I would just be like, yo, it's going down. Dang. And I would kind of feel scared inside. But ain't no reason to feel scared if you know you're going to be saved. So if you know you're going to be saved, do what you do. That's how you got to see America and Russia, all these things. Do what you do, because what's being prophesied, this is gonna go down and we gonna be saved. That's how you got to start looking at things. You got to start looking at things and living by the spirit and not abiding by the flesh. I'm gonna keep saying that, man, because we got to literally start. I'm realizing, like, for so long we have been living, we just been abiding by our flesh and not living by the spirit. So I'm coming to just more realization of that too. You got and this is the famine that's coming. Yeah. So it says EU agency approves of mealworms as human food. Mealworms as whole or as powder and pasta have become insect-based foods approved from the EU's food safety watchdog. The EU Commission has not yet endorsed the decision. So, and I'm pretty sure around us, y'all can see just the high in food prices. That's because people also getting paid more, so they printing out more money. So it's gonna be an inflation on money. And then when you got food, just gonna be like milk, all that, it's gonna be like $5, $6, $7. I just seen that world food prices has been hit its highest in the last decade. World food prices hit 10 years high in 2021. And then It was saying that it was even going higher in 2022. So, and that's, oh, I found it. Isn't that crazy? So, I found both the presets I need to find. So it says, for a day, for there shall be sedation among men and invading of one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their power of action shall stand. The course of their actions shall stand in power. I read that backwards. So you got people like me, people like other in their countries and their governments. We not getting a hot sauce 19. We're not doing it. You probably not getting a hot sauce 19. Um, you got people that's in China, Russia. You feel me? They not getting a hot sauce 19. They going against their government. They understand we don't need the government. Everybody got a phone now. Everybody got their PC. So everybody's coming to realization of these things falling. And it says they should not regard the kings nor princes in the course of their actions shall stand in power. So these people, their power, like these people that's rebelling against this stuff, their power was gonna stand against that. Don't think it's not. And what did it say about the plagues? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, and the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So let's look this up for the brothers, because I'm still getting used to famine and learning things about it. And it says a drought that could result in a famine throughout the region. So that's the when I heard that our food was quote unquote stuck on boats. So you got that going on. They blew up something last year in Lebanon. They blew up a whole like food passage thing or something like that. And people were trying to like figure out what was the bombing doors to, and it was actually like a food transport that blew up. So they've been on this famine thing, or just it's gonna be a drought in food. It's actually been like, if y'all watch Spiritual Soul, shout out to my guy. Um, he actually was talking about a food shortage was gonna be coming, and he was making these videos last year. And now you see these things starting to happen. The stocks, you just go in the store, you barely can buy water. If you buy water, you can only get 2 packs. Everything's high price. And that's only the beginning. Wait, like this is the beginning of the famine. Until there's a true drought, and then you got people running into people's houses, looking for their food, seeing you walk with groceries, carrying your groceries. They pop out the car and be like, "Kidding, you feel me? We need your food." And then all they trying to do is provide, or just provide. You don't know, they probably just trying to provide for their loved ones for the next 24 hours. That's how things gonna be in these last days, in these days to come, you know. And we just entering it closer and closer year by year. It gets worse year by year. If y'all haven't noticed, like they quote unquote got new plagues coming out, restrictions, lockdowns. You got things, and like imagine we just got woke up to this. You feel me? Some of us just got woke up to this. But imagine these things been going on for so long. It could just feel like for somebody or just a brother in the truth just in this thing, they like, yo, we close. Like we getting closer and closer and closer. So when like just around, I don't know. I don't even want to guess, man. Cause like I said, the Lord said it's on his time. And you're not even gonna know. So why guess? Why worry? Live in the spirit, abide by the spirit, not by the flesh. Give all praise to the Most High. Return back to Yahshua. You feel me? That's what we need to be focused on. Of course, keep aware of these things, because like it said, a man that, let's go to that, where it says, yea, are the children of the light, and the children of the day We are not of the night, nor the darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So, when these things going on, look at that sun shining bright. When these things going on, just around the world, and just was speaking, I don't even know what that would even be prophesizing or something. But China just launched their artificial sun. So what does that mean? Why do you need an artificial sun? Why can't you use the regular sunlight? Is there about to be no sunlight? Can they not take that? Or is there about to be just a crazy amount of heat from the sun or something? And like, what's going on? Why don't they have a, why are they using an artificial sun? This was 2 hours ago. Like, there's just a whole bunch of things going on. Said Chris Brown launched a theory. What? But that's all for today, fam. Like I said, if I want to I want to make these videos at least like every, just anytime there's some information going on, um, things that's occurring on in this world. I want to put these out to y'all and get these things out to y'all. And I know that's my responsibility as being a man of the Lord and just doing the work of the Lord, man. I got to make sure my people know about these things and y'all up to date. And I got to make sure I'm up to date. And I got to make sure my family and them is up to date about this. Because we can't just be lost in this. We can't just, when these things hit the fan, we got to be prepared. And we got to remember who to call on when these things go down. Not the, because the gun and those fleshly things and the world things not going to protect you. It's not going to save you. Yahshua is the one that's going to save you. So give all praise to him. In times like this, and while we going and circulating into these just times and these worse times, start giving your faith, all that. Start asking for faith. Start asking to live in the strength of the spirit and not abiding by the flesh. Start changing your ways. Start repenting and start just going back to Yahshua, yo. Change. Let's start changing, man, because these times is coming, and y'all don't want to be here in these times where it's truly getting bad. These is the beginning stages. So imagine what's to come. You feel me? Everybody just so highly just thinking about like, oh, 2032, it's gonna be wild. If you seen the Black Ops 3 trailer, that's what 2032 is probably gonna be like. And I kind of wanted to show that trailer before I got off the thing. Cause you know, games and everything, they tell what's going on too. And this is when I was young. And I believe this stuff's gonna be going on. And it says mankind's greatest mistake will be the inability to control the technology it's created. And that's what is quote unquote going to. They're trying to go into. And that was 2015. Truly wow. So, and if you look up, you remember this? And this is for all my hoopers and stuff that's out here. You got people hooping, one arm. Kids going crazy, one arm, one arm. So when the one arm, just when they got one arm and stuff, and then they want to hoop, and let's say play in the NBA, and they say they can't do it, you feel me? Because they got one arm and they got a disability or something. What you think gonna happen? Like it just said, the first mechanical NBA hooper. That's what's gonna happen. Then what? Now you got NBA mechanical people or just whatever, you feel me, hooping now. And that was in 2021. You got to look at these things and you got to know that these things are going to come. You know, these things that's being prophesied, these things are gonna come. And it's gonna be on a shadow level. The government the government might shut down the internet, control the internet to a super high level to where y'all might not know is or might not see these things. Never, you feel me? And everything might be lolly and flashy on, you feel me, quote unquote great Babylon. But truly it's all hell. And that's how they try to keep the quote unquote sleep of Americans and all that. These things going on all around the world. And guess what everybody else talking about? New Spider-Man. New all this. Like new Spider-Man movies going on. Ukraine was invading troops and trying to start war and stuff. But y'all not hearing that. Nobody's gonna be hearing that. So when these things kick off, don't expect, you feel me, the world, you feel me, the world's either gonna be just in a chaotic form or it's gonna be lollygagging fashion and everybody's just gonna be like, well, you feel me? That's what's going on. And to the ones that, you feel me, got the House Sauce 19 and all that, they gonna think it's normal. That got all the shots, all the boosters, you feel me? They gonna be like, get them out there. You feel me? They're sick. Yeah, that's gonna be them. And they gonna just be living in a regular fashion world. You gotta separate yourself from this world, start living in a spirit, giving all praise to the Most High, man. And I'm gonna keep saying that because this world that's coming, you feel me? We're not trying to be apart. We trying to be with the Most High. You feel me? With the mansions and the Most High. If you can't crave and want a mansion here, why would you want just all these valuable silver and golds and all that? You feel me? Here and they gonna perish. Instead of wanting it, you feel me, with the Most High, the Father that's gonna deliver you from all this evil. So start thinking about that, fam. And we're gonna leave out on that. So I appreciate y'all for checking out your boy. All praise to the Most High again, man. And I'm gonna keep coming out with y'all with these videos. Probably just, if I can, every day. They can even be short videos or long videos. Like I said, I even be making a daily presets on Snapchat. I'm gonna start posting them on here with my YouTube shorts. So we probably gonna start doing it. So be on the lookout for that, man. And I appreciate y'all. Deuces.